Back here on Prep Huddle Live on StriveSports.com. Very happy to have Fred Ivey. He is, well, he wears many hats actually at Lewiston schools. But for today, we're talking a little bit about the MUDECAS tournament. Fred, thanks a lot for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Let's talk a little bit about the tournament. This is the 88th year that this basketball tournament has transpired and been put on. What does it mean to Beatrice to host this type of an event every year?
Well, I just think that's awesome. Think about that, 80-some years of continuous tournament. It's one that when I go out of state and talk to people about that, it just amazes them that we have been doing this for so long. So it really is a neat thing, and I think it's a great thing for Beatrice. Brings in a lot of people, even people that maybe aren't totally associated with the school on a day-to-day basis, or even a week-to-week. They still like to come and see the tournament.
The Kiwanis there in Beatrice has played a huge role as host for this tournament for the last 13 years. What are some of the things that group has done for the tournament and really for the auditorium as well? They've had a huge hand in everything.
Yeah, I think that's great, and I think it brings awareness to what Beatrice has to offer too. And I think the groups that work together to do this just makes a huge difference. And I've never heard anyone complain about the tournament, and it's kind of neat that we do those things of recognizing the teams from the past. In fact, Lewiston has a team that they're honoring this year for a 25-year deal. So it's pretty cool. Brings back a lot of people that maybe hadn't seen each other for a long time. So really great stuff.
It's important when you've got a tournament or an event with a lot of history that event and that history is kind of made known to the new kids coming up, if you will. What are some of the things that you mentioned the honoring a 25-year team? What are some of the things that go on through the week that the tournament puts on as well?
Well, the biggest thing I think is just the venues too. It's such a good thing to when they seed these teams, it just puts a lot of great competition. I think that's what you see the most. And I mean, I see people at those games that have nothing to do with this, and boy, they're excited about doing that. And I think that's the stuff that goes on in the week. It just brings people together, gives them a chance to see some teams and some people that they really don't know. And like for our game last night, we went into overtime and happened to fall to Pawnee City, but a lot of people there just excited about seeing that and wanting to tell me about what happened 15 years ago when they played there. So pretty cool.
There's obviously great teams, boys and girls, that have been in this. What do you think it means to those teams when they can walk out of that gym Friday or Saturday night and say, I'm a MUDECAS champion?
Well, I think it's a huge thing. Tournaments always bring out the best in some people, and it takes a lot of luck sometimes. Just takes a good run and those type of things. But I think anybody that wins that championship has got to think that this is a highlight of my season and that type of thing, at least to that point, and points to a bigger thing. Everybody wants to go to state and do those things, but just winning the MUDECAS is a big thing, I think.
Also, Jane White was a journalist there in southeast Nebraska, and she passed away last May. She had, I understand, a huge impact on the tournament and the area. Can you tell us a little bit about what the tournament is doing this week to honor her?
Well, Jane did really have a big part of this. She I don't know, she was just fun to be around. She was always excited. She did a good job of trying to find all these things about her or about the teams and just did great stats. One of the things she did during the week was make snacks for the room for the administrators and that type of thing. And everybody I know misses that, but just misses being around her. And she always was part of picking the all-conference or the all-tournament teams and stuff. And so that's changed a little bit too. But it's hard to replace her. And I know that it was such a sudden thing that it really touched a lot of people for everything that she did. So.
And finally, before we let you go, and again, thanks for doing this today, as you get into this week and you look forward to Friday and Saturday and even Thursday and all of the games, what is the thing about the tournament that you look forward to personally the most?
Well, I think for us at Lewiston, our girls won their first-round game, and I think that's the first time we've won that first-round game in a long time. And so we're looking forward to that. We play again on Thursday, and it's exciting. You know, we have kids that want to get out of school and go, and we're going to make that possible for them. So it's exciting for me because the girls, like I said, have kind of been down and have won, I think 3 or 4 games in a row now and just played real well. So that's exciting for me too.
Fred Ivey, thank you so much. We look forward to maybe another conversation or two as we get ready for Friday and Saturday coverage here on Strive Sports. Thanks a lot for joining us today.
All right, thank you.
We've got one more commercial break. When we come back, Tony Chapman in studio. That's next.